Hi, I'm Natalie Vaughn, and today I have a wonderful guest on the program, Mr. Sedrick Robinson. He is a phenomenal entrepreneur here in the city of Detroit and surrounding areas. He's got a phenomenal business that deals with investments. We know at this time in the economy, things are improving, which is a wonderful thing, but he's got some great ideas and business opportunities that we're going to share today that I think you'll be interested in hearing about. How are you doing today?
Oh, fine, Natalie. How are you doing?
Good, really good. Well, I want to talk about, you've got three things we're going to focus on. The first thing is your business. You call yourself, instead of Sedrick the Entertainer, you're Sedrick the Entrepreneur.
Yes.
That's pretty impressive.
Yes.
You've been in the financial services businesses for how long?
Well, over 40 years. In fact, Sedrick the Entrepreneur came about because I never had a job.
Okay.
Got out of college and started my own business.
Wow, wow. That's impressive.
Yes.
You have to, that takes drive and tenacity and some real motivation.
Yeah, a lot of hard work.
A lot of hard work, definitely.
Yeah.
You're, a very successful, established businessman here in Detroit. Tell me about first of all, you do investments. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, basically, we have the one-stop financial shop, and we pretty much do everything that you can do with money.
Okay.
We have a lot of affiliates wherein I don't actually do the investments. I have an affiliate that's Series 7,
okay.
And I used to be Series 7, but I stopped doing the investments a few years ago, and I have a young man that will do the investments for me because most of my clients are a little older and they need the fixed accounts, the guaranteed accounts. They don't want to wake up at night in the morning and then find that their accounts has eroded away.
Right. So we're talking about like annuities and funds that actually stabilize. They can bring a higher return over a longer period of time.
Right. Actually, over the last 10 years, we found that the type of annuities, the equity index annuities that we're doing, actually post a greater gain than the people in the stock market.
Okay.
Do you know from 2008 from 1998 to 2008, the average stock actually only averaged about 1.98%.
Wow.
Where our annuities posted over 7%.
Right.
And during that time, we have some arbitrage type of annuity programs that we got the annuities to post better than the 7%.
Okay.
So I take a chance if you can make 7 to 10%.
That's right. That's right. I know you were sharing with me a little earlier about some of these annuities, the way that you structure these programs can actually bring a higher percentage other than a 7%. Some up to 10, 12, 13%. That's quite a return on today's money.
Basically on the annuities, they have caps on them, but however, we have some equity index life policies where the money is invested directly into the indices, and they have caps on them. I know one company has at least 17% cap on their money.
Wow.
So if the S&P goes up or the NASDAQ goes up past 17%, they can make up to 17%, but anything over that, then they don't make it.
Okay.
And that's the downside of having a equity index. But the good point, your money can never go backwards, and you never can lose any money. And if the market is not positive, then you're going to always retain what you have.
You just said something very powerful. You said your money cannot go backwards.
Right.
Your money cannot be lost, and you're always going to be gaining. So at the worst case scenario, it's going to stay level.
It's going to stay level.
And so the point here is actually to grow, and even 17%, 16, anything over 7, I mean, that's a windfall in today's marketplace.
Oh, yes, it certainly is. But then there's the special programs that you have to participate in. And a little bit later on, I'll tell you about a program that we devised. It's a combination of a lot of different programs. And with these programs, we call it FLIP.
Okay.
So you might hear me mentioning FLIP, which is the Family Legacy Insured Pension Plan.
Family Legacy Insured Pension Plan.
Right.
Now, in this day, and I'm in the financial services industry as well, and what's interesting about this is that with families today, you have to plan for the future. If there is no plan, there is a plan for failure that's guaranteed. There's got to be a stable plan in place. So what the whole point of that is to make sure that there's something left as a legacy. I love the name of that because, you know, talking about your wife, your children, your family, leaving something for long term that after you're gone. I mean, we've got a beginning, a middle, and an ending to our lifespan.
Right,
and the bottom line is, when it comes to insurance, that guarantees is going to be a substantial legacy for your family. Right. Tell us about that FLIP program.
Well, basically, you know, I've been working with families over a period of years, and FLIP is sort of a hybrid of a number of different programs that we put together, and we actually got a trademark for FLIP.
Great.
Actually, the whole phrase is flip to health and wealth.
Okay.
But with the flip, we're able to, with a stroke of the pen, and you might find that on my card, we can create $1 million for a person with just a stroke of the pen.
I love that.
And then we can actually show them how to, with this flip, how to accumulate money and never pay taxes on the gain, how to take it out and never pay taxes. Maybe they can use it for emergencies like for their children, college, or for buying a car, take a vacation, or just for any reason that they might want to, and they're not locked. They don't have the government regulation that keep them from taking it out. And guess what? They can put as much as they want to in there.
That's great.
All right. And now, on the flip side of that, if they have the monies in there and they get ready to retire, they can pull the monies out and not pay taxes on the money. And it doesn't cause their provision or income to go up so that they would have to end up paying taxes on their Social Security benefits.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, this is really a great program.
That's very strong.
Right.
That is very strong. Listen,
and now, one other thing I want to just tell you before we get off of that.
Okay.
With this program, they can get a lifetime income for the rest of their life and never pay any taxes on it.
Wow. Wow.
Can you imagine getting a check for the rest of your life and not having to pay income taxes on it?
I can't imagine that.
And then can you imagine at the end having an estate value, that's where the legacy part comes in, having an estate value where they can transfer this money to their loved ones, and you won't believe this, but their loved ones won't have to pay taxes on it either.
That's powerful.
I tell you.
That's powerful. That's a powerful thing. My recommendation, call, go to the website. You'll see it there on the screen. Find out about this FLIP program. This is very significant to stabilize not only yourself and your future, but also the future for your family. That's excellent. And
if a person calls, they can go to the website, they can register for one of our weekly seminars, and at that point in time, we sit them down for an hour and we can kind of walk them through this particular presentation.
That's awesome. You know, you mentioned something to me too about the school teachers the other day. We were talking about how school teachers' retirement plan is very different than it was before, and how you developed a particular program for educators to actually have a much stronger retirement plan. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, basically, typically the educator, they put monies in their tax sheltered annuity, and currently they're putting it in, and they're in a lower tax bracket now, but you know the tax rates are going up.
Yes.
So picture this. You're putting monies into a tax-sheltered annuity or an 401k or an IRA, and you're putting it in with a tax savings of maybe 18%.
Okay.
Well, you know, as the tax rate's going up, 10 years from now, we're looking for the tax rates to be 35 to 40%.
Wow.
Now they got to take the monies out and pay taxes on it.
Right.
So the program that we have, we show them how to save the monies. And of course, they don't get a tax break on it when they put it into this FLIP program.
Okay.
But then we show them how to mitigate the tax savings by setting up a home-based business. And with the home-based business, they're able to get the tax break, they're able to save money, and then when they get ready to retire, then they can take the monies out and never pay any taxes on it. And with the home-based business, we try to show them how they can make a minimum of $1,000 a month.
That's great.
You know, so now everybody won't do it, but this is what our philosophy and our business plan is on. So when they come to some of our home-based business functions, they will be able to see a program where they can make about $1,000 per month.
That's awesome.
And this company is, you know, a lot of the home-based business companies, they have a minimum of, well, they want their reps to make $300. This company, they're from the corporate structure. They want their average rep to make $1,000 a month.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Okay.
Let me say this, and that is that, before we go into the home-based business, that, you made the statement, this is a one-stop shop. Your company here has the availability to give advice on investments, on taxes, on mortgages, on real estate, on insurance, making sure that all those elements are set up properly. Go to the website, register. There are weekly meetings. When are they normally held?
Thursday, 12 o'clock during the day and 5:30 in the evening.
Okay, so an hour out of your time, 12 o'clock, 5:30 on Thursdays.
Right.
That's awesome. And I say that because, knowledge is power. And the more knowledge that we have, the more power that we have. Wisdom is actually implementing that knowledge. You can have, I know a lot of people that are just, rocket scientists, okay? They're very intelligent. They can tell you all kinds of great things. But what happens is, unless you actually use that wisdom that you get from that knowledge, then you're not going to be productive. You talked about a home-based business. I want to address this because this is a really powerful seminar you got coming up this coming week a couple of times. And what's powerful about this is that, everybody needs money. I've never met anybody who doesn't need money.
Right.
I know multi-millionaires who are always looking for opportunities to make money. So you've got a great program, great product coming up this week, and it deals with, which is really something as a female everybody's really interested in, about age and about the aging process and about regaining time on our clock, if you would. So the company is called True Age.
Yes, the company is called Miranda Bioactive.
Okay.
And under Miranda Bioactive, their flagship is the TrueAge.com.
Okay.
So a person at the end of the program, we'll give them a website where they can go on and register.
Okay.
TrueAge.com, and they can see a little 2.5-minute cartoon.
We'll do that now. Go to the website TrueAge.com.
And well, it's TrueAge.com, and then they'll have to put in a code.
Okay.
On that, and that the code on it, I'd have to find that and give it to you.
Okay, no problem.
So it'll be listed on the website, the actual code that they have to do on that.
Okay, so the True Age, let's talk about this a little bit. True Age basically deals with, which is really interesting because someone asked me the other day, which I thought was a unique question. They said, that somewhere they heard that you could actually tell a person's exact date of death. Now, I don't think she meant to ask that way because nobody but God knows when you're going to expire.
Right.
Okay, but when it comes to knowing how old you are internally, as far as your organs and as far as your metabolic rate, as far as your actual system inside, your operating system, okay, your physical health, how old you are internally. A lot of folks look, young on the outside, and internally they can be completely different.
Exactly.
And that's what's going to make the difference. We've seen that a lot. So, even you asked me the other day, like, how old are you? And I was like, I'm not sure. I can't really say that. It's a question mark.
What is your true age?
Exactly. So that's a question there. So you go to the website, you find out, you register. Actually, this seminar coming up, we're going to be talking about how to find out the true age and how to actually backdate the clock on your age.
Well, actually, we have two exciting seminars coming up. One of them is going to be Thursday at the Holiday Inn in Laurel Park.
Okay, Holiday Inn Laurel Park. That information's on the screen.
Okay, and the other one is going to be at the Hilton Gardens in Southfield, Michigan. That's going to be Saturday morning.
Okay.
So we have two of them for people that cannot come out on Saturday, but the people that come out on Saturday, they're going to get a really surprised because these machines, they call True Age scanners.
Okay.
There's only two of them floating around the United States now, and they're going to be bringing one of them here on Saturday morning.
Okay.
One of the home office officials is flying it in, and they're going to select 25 people to scan them to see what their true age is, and then they're going to come back a month later, after they give them the recommendations as to what they need to do reverse their age.
Okay.
And what they have found is through many clinical studies is that by drinking the product that they have, just 2 ounces a day, they can actually test and see where your age has been reversed.
Wow.
I know that one of the individuals that had been doing this, they were actually 48 years old, and their true age was like 25 or something like that. But they had been drinking this product for a couple of, about 20 years.
Wow.
No, I'm sorry, 10 years. That's how long they've been drinking it.
Okay.
Now, the other thing...
That's powerful. That's signing me up right there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in right there at that statement.
Well, let me tell you how all of this came about. I sort of lucked up on this company because, and I say it luck, but when you're out looking for something, it's not luck when you find it.
Right.
This going back to this flip, I had it patent flip to health and wealth.
Okay.
And then I was at a function in Atlanta, and then some of the people there that had a connection with a couple of the Fox News, they wanted me to write an article on that, and so I started writing an article on that. And as I got into it, it kind of made me look at the fact that I am working with and I'm old myself. You know, I'll be 70 on my birthday.
Wow.
And
that's impressive. I would never know that.
Oh, well, thank you. You've been so kind. Well, what happened, a lot of my clients are old, and so one of the clients is very wealthy, called me out and he told me, he said, Sedrick, I have more than $3 or $4 million. I've taken the advice that you have given me and many of the accountants and the stockbrokers, and I've done very well. He said to me, but you guys never ever had any type of program to tell me or nothing to suggest that I do some things so that I might live long enough to enjoy my money.
Right.
Now he said, Sedrick, I am having problems going from the bathroom to the bed.
Wow.
I have cars, a mansion, I can't even enjoy it. So I started looking for a company that had a product that was proven, something that I could recommend to my clients. You know, as financial advisors, we have to do our due diligence before we get into recommending anything. Yes. And so what I found was this company had been around about 16 years, and the product that they have is in the physician desk reference.
Wow.
Now, you know, if it's there, then physicians can make recommendations of it, and it's the only natural juice that's in the physician desk reference.
Wow.
And it's only one of 2 companies that got any natural products in the physician desk reference. So that was impressive to me. And the other thing, this company is in 79 countries across the United States.
Wow.
I mean, across the world. And you know, I always wanted to be just doing world traveling.
Yes.
And so even when I start mentioning, I got someone in China that is linked onto my email saying they were interested in it.
Yes.
So I started looking at this company, and this is why I am joining, recommending, and inviting my clients and other people to look at it, because you know I get great enjoyment, and it's always a tragic thing, but when a granddaughter or grandson come up and say, Mr. Robinson, I'm so glad that you helped my grandmother, because this is all the money that she had, and I'm so glad that you were able to help us and she was able to leave us something. And then people that have saved money and they're able to educate their kids and to retire, but then now I'll be able to offer them something where they've come up and say, Mr. Robinson, the person would, I'm so glad that all my friends are dying, but you know, my age, I'm feeling like I was 30 years old.
Yeah.
And you know, that's great.
Yes, it is.
You know, and so already I've started taking the product.
Yes.
And in 4 days, I've lost about 4 pounds.
That's great. That's exciting.
You know, and then I'm looking forward to them checking my age on the, it's called the True Age Scanner.
Okay.
And I'm looking forward to that. And then maybe we'll have a picture of that at the end of the website.
Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely. Now, we've got this seminar coming up on Thursday evening, and that information's on the screen. Call, go to the website, register, make sure you're there, make sure you're a part of it. The second seminar is going to be on Saturday morning, 2 locations, one in Novi and the other in Southfield.
Livonia.
Livonia. And it's powerful because this is, you know, obviously when it comes to health and nutrition, what's the purpose of having money if you can't live long enough to enjoy it?
Exactly.
If you can't function properly, if you can't go out and enjoy your family and travel and do the things that you really want to do. So, you know, we're inviting you to this session, and it's going to be so dynamic. I am, you know, really hyped about it because I think that, you know, with all of the things that are happening right now nutritionally, in America, I mean, all these diseases are so prevalent. It really happens to really do with our nutrition. It has to do with what we intake, what we're eating. So the more that we can take care of ourselves, the longer we're going to live. We can be healthy, wealthy, and wise.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's exciting. So the information's on the screen. Go to the website, register. This is going to be an exciting workshop. We're inviting you to come out. It's a 911. It's imperative that you're there because there are other elements that you're going to learn at this particular session. One that you just mentioned to me about it being a tax break, whether you're very wealthy or whether you're looking just to make another income. Let's talk about that.
Well, Natalie, one of the benefits that I saw with this here was that I have a lot of clients. They are older. They are getting their Social Security. They're getting their pension. They got to pay a lot of taxes.
Yes.
They thought that they were going to be out of the tax liability pool, but now they're paying more taxes than they were paying before because they have no children at home. They have paid their house off. They have no deduction. So with the prudent taxpayer, they can look at this and they can see a benefit, and we kind of teach a class on this. They can see a benefit of being involved in a home-based business where they're able to file Schedule C, and they are able to write off a number of tax-related items associated with their little small business. And in doing that, they can lower their provisional income, so maybe they don't have to pay taxes on so much Social Security. So this is the benefit there. Now, one of the little sayings I have, Natalie, is that you can predict the future if you can create it. So.
Okay. You can predict the future if you can create it.
Right.
Tell me about that.
Well, basically, if you know where you're trying to go and what you're, you know, it's sort of like working from behind. If you know the answer, you can always create the question, or you can work towards the answer.
That's right. That's exactly right. That's in planning. That's in preparing. That's in making sure that there's something significant up ahead. That's right. And those that fail to plan, absolutely, there is no plan in place. There's absolutely failure in place. You know, so making sure that you've got not only the income you need, this is a great opportunity to learn about not only your health and your wealth, also coming into your company to talk about your income, your investments, your taxes, your insurance, everything financially that's going to stabilize your life. This session is going to be incredibly important.
Right. I just want to kind of sum up the financial part of it. You see, when a person comes to us, the first thing they do is the second opinion. And we have the CPAs that will do a second opinion on their past taxes that they have filed to make sure that they were filed correctly. We also have a second opinion on the annuities and on the life insurance. There are many things that we can do with the new life insurance and annuity programs that are coming out today, because you can have a life insurance program and you can convert that to a living benefit if you should need long-term care benefits. The other area that we have life insurance programs that a person can take advantage of and save a little money for the kids' college, but there is a nonprofit organization that will give them tuition credits for their children to go to private colleges throughout the United States.
Okay.
And each family can use up to $40,000.
Okay.
Actually, 40,000 credits. So for an example, it can only be used for tuition.
All right.
So if the tuition at a particular school was $100,000 for 4 years and they got 40,000 credits, then they can use 40,000 against that 100, so the family will only have to pay $60,000.
Wow.
$60,000.
That's awesome, because when it comes to college preparation, college is so expensive. You know, the average college is minimum at $20,000 a year.
Now, each person that comes into the office to our seminar, guess what we have the power to do?
What?
We can give them 500 credit to start out with.
Wow.
Just by them attending the seminars that we have, the financial seminars.
That's
Okay?
awesome. That's awesome.
And of course, if the individuals come to this workshop that we're having in reference to the True Age scanner, then we're able to give them a business plan that will show them how to make the $1,000. We'll give them a DVD.
Okay.
And also we'll give them a, I want to call it a plan of action so that they can reduce their income taxes.
Okay,
All
okay.
right.
So what you're saying, and just let me make sure that I heard you correctly. So with all the millions verifying that if you come to the seminar, you're going to get a plan of action on how to create more wealth, also how to put a plan of action together to reduce your income taxes, and a DVD on how that all comes together.
Right,
Okay. We've had some valuable information here with Mr. Sedrick Robinson, you know, talking about retirement, investment planning, how to make sure that, you know, our financial future is safe and sound in the future. There's one thing that I want to ask you about, and that is, how can we send our children to college and have enough finances really there to prepare for that?
Well, you know, that's a really, really great concern that many families have. We have a program that was instituted through just a few people where people are able to take advantage of the college tuition rewards program.
Okay.
And with that, if they just come and see us, they're going to get 500 tuition credit points to any one of the colleges that in the United States, the nonprofit.
Okay. Okay.
The other thing that will happen, if they agree to take out a little savings program, at least $125 a week,
Okay.
they will, in addition to them saving that money, the college tuition rewards program will grant them 2,000 credits every year that they pay the premium.
Wow.
Up to 40,000 credits.
Wow.
So that means that a family, and it can be used for grandparents, aunts, nieces, and nephews.
Wow. Okay.
Anybody in the family, they can use their credits. All the thing they have to have is saving $25 a week for their children.
That's incredible.
And for an example, the way it works, the credits is sort of like frequent flyer miles.
Okay.
If you go to a college, like I had one client that went to UAD, his tuition there is $100,000 for 4 years. Well, he had 40,000 credits. So subtract 40,000 from the 100,000, and then his family only has to pay $60,000 towards the UAD tuition.
That's very, very significant, especially with the cost of college rising in the future. This has been very powerful. Thank you so much for the opportunity to come and share this information. We're looking forward to the seminar on Saturday and on Thursday. We're looking forward to more information. Get on the website.
And the information about that is on the website.
Yes, the information about the seminars are on the website. Smart Investment Advisors. We look forward to seeing you in just a couple days.
Okay, thank you.